George, it's great. It's great to see you here. Do you sense a similarity between the two sports, between rugby and golf?
Well, rugby, of course, is a team sport, and golf is an individual sport. And but we do learn they're both establishment sports. They've got big history, and you've got so many people who give their time and life to making the sport successful. So in that sense, you have to bring together people whose love for the sport is there. Possibly need to embrace change, which I think rugby's done a good job in doing, and I'd like to think we've really moved with the times in golf.
What is the biggest challenge you face growing the game of golf? What are the issues that concern you most of all on a day-to-day basis?
Well, some people have said if you put the rewards up there, everybody tries to achieve them. You've got to make people feel welcome, youngsters feel welcome, and golf for a long time was an establishment middle-class sport. That it was hard for people to come and get into it. Now you find that the big clubs are welcoming juniors, not just sons of members. Others can come through. I think if you can do that and have them playing across the world now, we're seeing junior programs flourishing. We've used the Ryder Cup, both in Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and particularly in France, to develop youth programs. In France, for example, for the Ryder Cup going there in 2018, there's 100 starter golf courses inside inner cities. 6 or 9 holes, short courses. Anybody welcome, no dress restrictions and whatever. And if you think in Scotland, for a Ryder Cup that hasn't taken place yet, but will take place in 2014, every year, every child under the age of 9 gets 3 lessons from a PGA professional, funded by the Scottish executive. We're bringing young people into the game, and so you're seeing, Matteo Manacero in Italy, Rory McIlroy who's come through the system, and if we can do that, I think the same thing's happening in rugby. I hear more and more people are playing, juniors are playing, great players are giving their time to coach juniors coming into the game. I think that's the lifeblood.
How do you, and it's interesting you say that because Barry Hearn was talking about breaking down the perceptions in rugby union that it's a middle-class, relatively elitist sport. How do you do that while maintaining the core, the essence of what's good about it?
Well, I think it's quite easy to do, is making people feel welcome. I see adverts in local clubs around where I live saying, everybody welcome, bring your offspring along to morning coaching schemes, touch rugby, not just the blood and guts of the professional game straight away. I think you can do that. When I played in university rugby, we toured in the West Wales League, and this idea that you're middle class, we kicked off at 3:30 in mining villages, and the mines closed at 3 o'clock. So the miners came out, they had a shower, and they're on the pitch. Luckily, we were nimble university graduates, and so we took the view, you're never wrestling these guys in the scrum, get the ball, kick it into the open spaces and outrun them. And usually it worked.
And the value of a day like today, I don't know whether you have similar days in golf, but why is Rugby Expo important to you?
Well, I've been urged to come. One, I love rugby. I mean, it's my number one sport outside my business of golf. In fact, I came to the Fiji International last Saturday. You meet so many people with similar sort of views. You learn. If anybody feels anything I've said today can assist and they can learn from, or just the interest of golf. I don't think you can run a sport now without knowing about all the other sports as well. Knowing football, I know Richard Scudamore from the Premier League quite well. I certainly learn from what he does. Same with the ATP and the tennis world, because we are an individual sport. I learn when I come to these functions, and in return, I'd like to feel I can give something back occasionally.